Hi, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I will be opening up the remainder of my Bones 3 Kickstarter reward pledge. I did the core set in a previous video. If you didn't see that, you can check in the corner. I'll link it there. And otherwise, let's see. Got this box around. Get rid of the air that's been keeping me from looking at stuff. There's things. That's so exciting. I can't believe how heavy that awesome miniature was. I will actually have to adjust the camera to look at that. Oh, that's another big one. This is the first Kickstarter that I've gotten some of the actual bigger things. So I didn't get a huge number of things, and I didn't get the really big one. I didn't get the giant dragon thing. But I got one of the add-ons, the Mythos expansion set. They also seem to have sent, like a release list or something, maybe. Tentative listing of our Bones 3 models, so when they'll come out. Okay, kind of cool. So, if you didn't get it, you can get it, find out when it'll be out there. Okay, this is pretty neat. They have how to prep and paint your bones, little, like, add-on booklets, which also advertise some of their other products and have, images of some of their events and things like that. But that's just a cool thing to show in there. Otherwise, you can easily find online all sorts of people giving advice on how to get those ready and how to paint those, but it's neat that they did that. Anyways, to begin this, as far as what I'm going to start with, will be the Mythos expansion for Bones 3, which is like Cthulhu, Lovecraft kind of thing. And again, being one of the actual little expansions, it comes in a nifty little box. So, with a single bag inside, so setting all of this off to the side, let's get started with this. Okay. I could say, oh, that's a really weird one to start with on this video, but, really, we're going through Lovecraftian horror kind of thing, so there's going to be some weird ones in here, definitely, for sure, but yeah, monster. We got this sort of tendril of mouths, it almost looks like, coming up from the ground. We have these, admittedly I don't know the Lovecraftian mythos as well as one might, but I have certainly considered getting the Call of Cthulhu game, and I'm sure if I did, that would tell me more. We have some more of these little, they're like frog kind of monster people. And we have a few different poses for them, so good for a monster that you might want. I almost feel that's very similar to that last one. And this, with how zoomed in I am, I'd have to put it way back here where it's out of focus, but I think it's better up here where you can actually even see the detail. It's like a Cthulhu shrine, and you can even see there's little etched in writing on the actual sculpt. In some ancient language. But otherwise, it's got your basic Cthulhu, squid, whatever, head on top. So that is a cool, big shrine, and it has a weight to it. It's pretty nice. And there's this. Oh. Interesting. The bottom has a texture, but it's like a pedestal for sacrifices or whatever. It's got like earthstone and has a bit of a wobble to it, but it bends its bones, or at least a type of bones, so. And we get to the biggest reason that I actually went with this as the expansion that I chose. And not this single guy, but as a set, the investigators, the people that are in more of a Victorian era when so much of the Bones was medieval. And I like different time periods as options. So her with the gun, and I think her gun has a lot better detail than the guns from some of the Bones in the core set. But I mean, it's a bigger gun, so maybe it's easier to do, obviously. Oh. Look at him. Lifting up his hat. Kinda cool. Holding the little bag. For some reason, this guy almost reminds me of Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. Maybe it's just that sort of action pose he has, even. Gentleman. Top hat and cane. This one's more of an Arctic explorer. A gun on his backpack. You're not going to get that quick enough if you need that. Dude with a club. Lady. Investigator. Oh. She looks lovely. Sort of Victorian dress with an umbrella. Cool details on the dress. So. Trench coat, gun. Classic investigator kind of look. And a bit more of a hillbilly kind of dude. Looking cool. Looking cool. Big beard. This is sort of a sailor type, maybe? Oh, man. Like that pipe he's got. And we got another lady in a cool Victorian dress without the umbrella, which I'm really happy about, because when I was thinking about her dress before, I'm like, well, what color do I paint it? Do I want to make it yellow or blue? Now I have two. I do two options. And then we have some cultists as well. So, with the daggers. And they could, of course, you know, fit in the same time period, or into a medieval time period, whichever you need. But you know, them with weird ritual swords and cloaks. Etc. Billowing cloaks. That theme continues. Ready to do whatever sacrifice. And I guess summon whatever evil Mythos creature. This one is cool. Yeah, we got a camel. Now, this camel can be used as a camel right here. Or, we also have this set of packs. And this set of packs can go on his back. And I almost feel like, I mean, that's balanced well enough, and because of the hump, it like sits on there well enough. You don't have to glue it down for those packs to work. So you can use one camel mini both for loaded up with cargo and normal camel. And that is cool. Here's another one that came in two parts. His wings are separate, and he's sitting on one of these statues here. Weird alien monster creature thing. This guy is near impossible to show. He has like 5 different pieces. He's got like a weird head, some wings, body with a claw arm there, another claw arm, and legs. So like a weird crustacean dude. And there's another one. And then there's this one. This one's big. person for scale. But it comes in a few pieces that come off, but not too many. Let's get this out. Like that's a piece. So is that, and the leg. But yeah, it's kind of one of the bigger sort of ish monsters. So that's kind of cool. And so that is what came in the Mythos expansion itself. Now I'm going to move on to some other, just more individual sets that I got. So now, beyond the Mythos expansion, we have these. I think they were like Crusaders or something. My buddy Austin got these and threw me so that he didn't have to place a full order or anything. But they are armored dudes. Actually, they do look pretty cool. Sword's bent. This one's getting ready to attack. Or block. Or both. Which I guess if you're fighting, you should probably be doing both. This guy's got a bent spear. And apparently a spot on his leg. Austin also got the air elemental set, which came with this fairy, which is completely clear, and therefore not at all coming into focus, really. That's what I can do. It comes in two parts. The wings are separate. Came with a array of wings, which could be added on to other minis in modifying them to make yourself some other fairies. And then this air elemental here, sort of a smaller one, and this awesome larger air elemental that came in two parts, but it's like a tornado. I kind of want this. Oh well. Tornado air elemental thing. So that's pretty cool. And now I have the Black Star Corsairs, which come in sprues with pieces of legs, and bodies. His helmet goes in there. Like, get to it. Got arms. Second sprue, which has like, there's the helmet, shield, some weapons, little attachments for the side. This next one is in more sprues. They're slightly different, definitely. There's some arms and a gun. And the add-ons for this one. Again, this next one has add-ons there. A sprue with the body. The legs are separate, so I can even show. Yeah, break. Gonna need to cut it, but body kind of goes in there, and have arms and guns. I absolutely had to nab this set up because it's sort of not even modern, it's sci-fi, and I'm really happy that they did that. I love having some minis for that sort of theme as well. You know, fantasy minis are great, but I have a bunch of those. I love having some cool science fiction ones too. So grabbing these 5 Black Star Corsairs minis was a must for me. They're definitely heavy on the assembly side, but I think that's going to be well worth it because they look like some beautiful sculpts. Yeah, so that's the 5 or black star corsairs, you can kind of see the detail, but you can't tell exactly what they fully look like assembled because that would take a long time. And now, continuing to get things bigger, this is the first dragon mini that I've gotten. And I'll build it here. Okay, so that goes there. Tail. Oh man, this thing is big. This is cool. Alright. Oh no. Obviously, this is going to have to be glued together. Like there's the base look of the dragon. So much bigger than a person. Look at the wings. I mean, look at those wings too. Detail in those. This one's a little more folded up. That is so cool. Just take a look at it. Face detail as well. That is so cool. So yeah, I'm really excited with the dragon. That's the first one of the dragons that I've had, so dragon. Continuing with ones that are big and many pieces is, I'm not going to pronounce it right, but Shub Nuggareth. And it is in the Cthulhu Mythos grouping of creatures. Okay. And is made up of many pieces and tentacles here. All of the individual pieces for these are sort of notched, where you can look at it and figure out where different ones are supposed to go. If the legs fall, everything falls, and the legs, like that leg is not attached. None of the legs are attached. They're just sort of resting there. Anyways, there are still a few more tentacles left to put on, but I figure I will just show it like this, because they're falling off quicker than I can get them on with how they're, without gluing them. And I am not ready to do that. It will probably be best to paint before doing that. But yeah, big gold. Big. Very big. So that is an awesome Lovecraftian monster, which is the parent of the one, I believe, it was this one that came in the Mythos set. So, yeah, that's kind of why I got this. I was like, well, I'm getting the Mythos set, so I have to get this one to go along with it, right? Yeah, definitely. And now, finally, this is the one I've been most waiting for. It was the heavy one I pulled out at the beginning, and I was like, oh boy. This is the one I was probably most excited for. And I mean, they make it very hollow, obviously, to conserve materials where you're not going to see it anyways. But, let's see, where's the notch? So it goes like that. So I got the teeth all put on there, and the head on the bottom, and that is amazing. That is so cool. That didn't happen. Nah, without being glued. Obviously I don't want to glue it until I'm in the process of at least partway through painting it. And even some of that, like, you can get more details in some of those areas where they meet, because you can paint them before they're combined. Yeah, let's sort of look at some of the detail on this guy. This guy's scales and stomach and mouth. That is so cool. So that is the, I think they call it Gorma, or will be a purple worm, or whatever color you paint it, I suppose. And that's probably one of the ones I was most looking forward to. I'm really excited with how big that one is. So that's cool. And yeah, those last few, just the scale of them is awesome. Almost dangerous. I know, assuming they do another Bones Kickstarter, who knows, but assuming they do, I know, having seen how cool some of the big ones are, I mean, there's a few other ones from the previous, Kickstarters that I skipped and I'm now thinking about. But yeah, very cool, very massive, some assembly required. But those were the bones I got, including the Mythos expansion, some big sets, a few little sets. The Black Star Corsairs, I feel like they're going to be really cool. They're definitely, when they came in, a lot more pieces than I expected. But that, again, lets me have more detail in painting them and getting them set up like that. So, kind of a good thing, kind of, it's not as easy to show off to you, I guess, is the biggest downside that I see from it. But yeah, some of those are definitely very big. Just some of the detail, even on some of these big ones. All the little spines. I mean, you can hurt yourself on that. And the base even is like broken earth, because it's, burrowing out of the earth. So, that'd be cool to paint. But yeah, that's the add-ons that I got. Please do let me know what you picked up if you did the Kickstarter, or what you're excited about getting, if you saw something here that you're going to pick up yourself. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.